Karin. So, here is my recording. Problem solving and reasoning. Problem solving is a cognitive process used to identify, analyze, and resolve challenges or obstacles. It involves evaluating various solutions and selecting the most suitable one based on the given criteria. Effective problem solving requires critical thinking, creativity, and the ability to apply different strategies and techniques. So there are two fundamental types of reasoning. So inductive reasoning is the process of drawing a general conclusion by observing a pattern based on specific instances. And deductive reasoning refers to the process of taking information gathered from general observations and making specific decisions based on that information. You want to go? So, what is reasoning? Reasoning is the process of using information and evidence to draw or make decisions. It is an important cognitive process that is used in many aspects of life, from everyday problem to scientific research. So, reasoning is the process of using information and evidence to draw or make decisions. It is an important cognitive process that is used in many aspects of life, from everyday problem to scientific research. So this is the example. Find the missing number in this given and 17, 26, 27. So let's find what's this. And first, find how to do these two numbers get to 17. So this. Then it's added to from what number? So it goes to 7 to get 17. So it's like patterning in reasoning for problem solving. These two. What number do they get to 26? So 17 plus 9 plus 26. So 26 and 26 and 37. So what the missing number is 26 plus 11 gets 37. So it's like rather than this question. So 7 add 2 add 2. So get this pattern again. And you find this missing numbers. So let's add 2 to this. Let's add 2 in 11. So 11 plus 2 equals 13. So 13 plus 37 is 50. So the answer here is 50. So just in this question, there is like pattern reasoning. Now answer here in this question, the missing number is 50. So here's another example. If a student can save 30 pesos for 8 days, how much can he save for 14 days? So 36 pesos, so over 8. So finding is how much can he save for 14 days? So x over 14. So because we use cross multiply, so add 8x is equal to 36 times 14, so 504. So Now, the situation is find that we divide this verbal for divided by 8. So our x here is equal to. So, because student is at 30 pesos for 8 days, how much can you save for 40 pesos? Next is 60. So there is another example of how many liters of 20% alcohol should be added to 40 liters of 50% alcohol solution to make a 30% solution. So first find and the 20% and at 40 liters. So our boss is x equals 40. So here is the 50% in bottom 40. And now the 30% here is now it's all for the given problem. So 20x added to 50%, so 50.50 multiplied by 40 and equal to 0.30 multiplied by x plus 40. So next is we combine it with 20 minus. So here we multiply, so that is 12 equals to 0.30 minus 0.10. So here now minus it, 20 minus 12 equal to 8. And 0.30 minus 0.20x is 0.10x. So that fractions over 10 and cancel. Now x is equal to 8. So the alcohol solution to make a 30% solution is 80 with 80 alcohol. That's so here is another problem. Michael takes 6 hours to repair the car. He takes Mark 12 hours to complete his repair. How long will it take if they work together? So there's my answer. 6 hours and 12 hours. So here we use fraction 1 over 6 plus 1 over 12. So we're going to find the x result over 2 over 12. Add 1 over 12. So here we have 3 over 12 plus 1 over x. So now we use cross multiplication. 3x and 3 over plus 12. So the time will take 4 hours to finish the job.
Go.
So here's another example. Find the sum of all consecutive numbers 1 to 100. So it is easy problem. So you just get the 100, just multiply it by just like add this two, so 1 over times like 100 times 1 over equals to 10,100. So you just to get the sum of consecutive numbers to 1 to 100. So you just need to divide 2. So our answer is 5,000. So let's find the sum of all consecutive numbers 2, 1, 2, 100. So this problem is easy. So we just need to get the number and multiply. We just add this to 1 plus 100, so 101. So we just multiply it. So the result is 10,100. So to get these problems of all the consecutive numbers 1 to 100, so we just need to divide them. So 10,100 divided by 1 is equals to 5,000. So let's find the sum of all consecutive numbers 1 to 50. So how do we solve this problem? So you just need to go to 1. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. So this problem, we just need to get the last number 15, and to solve this problem, we just need to get the next to the last number. So what next to 15? So 16. We just need to multiply it. So 6 times 5. So 240. So just multiply these two, 15 and the next number is 16. So 240 is their total. So we just need to divide this into 2. So the answer is 1, 2. So that's it.